Okay, so in this session, like we will first interact. I will say interact. What going in your mind? Because when you are writing mains, okay, with me I have Ashish who will be mentoring along my side. This a particular to say mains mentors. Okay, mains maintains. Okay, so what we are supposed to do? We are going to plan next 10 days how we can extract it to the maximum. Okay. Second thing, what is the role of mentor? Okay. Third thing, like I have just draw certain categories. Okay. While interacting, just let me know in which category you fall. First category is the people who are who have appeared for the interview. Okay, already, and they are just getting again into the mood of writing mains. Second category of the people, those who have missed the mains cutoff by whiskers. For example, why I say whiskers? Suppose you have scored 720 marks. Okay, and 720 marks, you will find that you are short by 40 marks from the mains cutoff. But I'm just talking about the cutoff, not the going surpassing the cutoff. Okay, so 40 marks, and we have 6 papers at our disposal. 6 papers, say 20 questions on an average, 120 questions. Okay, then 120 questions, even if 0.5 marks improvement is there, you get 60 marks and you cross the cutoff. That's my little bit of CSAT in the main examination. Okay, so it's like if you think from the microscopic point of view, like 0.5 marks in every question. So you will get to know that yeah, it is possible, because 0.5 is something like incremental change in every question. Okay, and you are up. On certain occasions, you must have found yourself like this particular subject, say GS2, 3 particularly this year, or your optionals have been matured by the UPSC itself. So yes, if in that case you are below the average, suppose for the GS2 average is 75 marks. 75 marks is the average marks. People with 75 marks have got the selection. Okay, but if you are below 75, say you are 67, then scope of improvement of 8 marks. Okay, so this way I will say you guys have to plan in some another manner. Suppose you have just cleared the mains cutoff and appeared for the interview. Okay, and certainly not even 200 was a perfect score this year to get the service. Okay, even after scoring 200 marks, people did not get service because they were just near to the cutoff only. In such situations, you have to improve in your mains. Okay, so scope scope of improvement is limited for you guys. Okay, because it's like 20-30 marks, maybe one paper here and there, you would have been into the list. Third category, the most important category, I will say, is the person who is going to write his or her first mains. Okay, how the things are different, or the person who has scored very below the cutoff. Why I put them with the first mains? Suppose if you are scoring, suppose your cutoff is 760 and you are scoring some 580 marks, 600 marks. Okay, it means you have lost with a huge margin. And people who are appearing for the first mains, now believe me, you are going to score anyhow 400 marks and nearby, even if you write at least 12-13 questions, because such is the nature of the examination. Okay, so is it so? Is my voice is having some kind of disturbance? Okay, I hope it is better now.
Sometimes it's better.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so these are the 3 categories. Okay, before we like start ki what to do, what is there in my box for all the three categories. I just want you guys to mention in the chat box which category you belong.
Sir, I joined a bit late. Can you tell about the first and second?
Okay,
Short.
first category interview appeared candidate appearing for the mains again. Second category 720 730 marks is there. You missed the mains cutoff by like say for 30 40 marks.
Okay.
Okay. Just a request, those who can turn on their camera, please do so. Yeah. Okay. Fine. So I got a fair idea. Either I have people, those who have been into the like third category or first category, second category in general. So let me tell you what your course of action should be. Okay. Your course of action, those who are in the second category and the first category, means have appeared for the interview or missed the interview by the whiskers. So up to 60 marks, I am considering a whisker kind of thing only. Okay, not 60, sorry, 40 marks. Up to 30, 40 marks. I'm considering it a whisker. Had it been 1, 2 papers here and there, you would have attempted at least interview. Okay. You all know the art of answer writing. You need not to be told how to write answer, but to write answer in the answer. Rather than it might be a case that certain portions you have left in during the mains, certain answer writing practice was less in the last mains, or you were short of content. When I say short of content, I meant like data, facts, figures, quotations. Okay, sometimes you can just quote the things, na? Economic surveys there, budgets are there, and number of reports are there. You all have studied that during the prelims. So for the second and third category people will say that you start answer writing from the very first day. Sorry to say, I do not agree to them. Okay, my first question will be for the second or third category. क्या यार आप लोगों को आंसर राइटिंग नहीं आता क्या? Certainly you all know that. Okay, so what will be my suggestion in such situation? Try to be in the mode where you write your first answer at least with some quality answer. Okay, third category I will take in the last, because third category is something that I have to put more focus upon. Okay, so how you should say that I know that this answer is good? Suppose you are writing GS paper 1. Suppose you are writing GS paper 1. Whether your answers had the schemes, whether your answers had certain maps whenever it was about the geography, a simple map of India sometimes only, whether the reports of WEF, UNFCCC, okay, go for the some women empowerment related reports, whether these were quoted or not. Going into the GS paper 2, I'm just giving a brief, okay, because this session it was about the like things basically I want to touch upon. So GS paper 2, whether you had article numbers at your disposal, certainly you cannot remember whole constitution, but whether you were able to quote DPSP fundamental rights and the important functionaries, whether the recent judgments were there in your answer, whether the important or watershed moments in the case laws as in the form of case laws, whether you wrote those things. While attending GS paper 3, whether you had the data from the economic survey, whether you had data from the budget, whether you had certain rankings For example, they are talking about the logistics, whether you were able to code the logistic index. Let's talk about the GS4 for some time. GS4 was there. When it comes to the GS4, people generally quote all the big names, but the repetitive names only. Gandhiji is quoted by everyone, whether you quoted something different, whether any real life example. And number of you read, I guess, Kurukshetra and Yojana as well these days, or you must have started back. If not, then completely fine, no need. But at least when the certain cases that you see, civil services activism, whether you quoted any administrator, and now suppose people quote Ashok Khemka ji, honesty and all, certainly fine it is. But I will just give you an opinion. A person who is just running away from his duties, whether it is a right person to quote in ethics paper, or the person who has performed duty diligently and performed better. Pam Armstrong, 100-kilometer road, I guess in the Manipur. Operation Suleimani. Whether you are bringing some new thing in your answers. Whenever the ethics paper is there, I ask people what are your sources. They say this particular source notes, this particular topper's notes, this particular book. But when I ask the toppers, okay, those who have gained good marks in ethics, what I get in answer, sir, ethics कभी पढ़ा ही नहीं था ढंग से. क्यों बे? So it was like, sir, no. The thing is that I used to read books. Then I utilized those or that knowledge. I quoted Gita. I quoted certain philosophy, using my philosophy as an optional. So it helped. In nutshell, whether these things are there or not. So am I clear what does the quality answer means to me in general? Because I have not gone into the depth, but in general. For example, like in ethics, even the keywords are there, even means in any paper. Ethics is easy to make you understand. For example, interpersonal competence. ये अपने आप में एक लाइन है. Good communication skills, good understanding skills, whatever you want to say, interpersonal competence. Whether you have certain kind of things. अब ये नहीं है कि अखबार में बैठ के ये सारे वर्ड्स ही ढूंढने लग गए. But when you are reading these things, whether you were able to incorporate in your answer writing or not. Second thing, you all have written good answers. That's why you reached up to that stage. Say miss the cutoff by whiskers, or when you miss the cutoff by whiskers, you still have some kind of strength left in you. कोई नहीं, अगले बार अच्छा कर सकते हैं. Ask the people, those who lie in the third category, those who are scoring 400 to 500 marks. They are shattered. They do not know what to do. Okay. Whether you have all this at your disposal. Now, you know that there are toppers. There are certain good toppers as well. Why I say bad toppers are also there? Because sometimes it is happening that people are writing their mains copies, that they have attended this particular test series at that moment after their selection in particular institutes. Okay, but at least I think you guys have that acumen that who seems genuine or who don't. Generally, the people who are on Telegram, generally they are good. Okay, so analyze those copies. What difference is there when you write and they write? whether you can copy certain diagrams of their way of presentation. Okay, these things can be done for optionals as well. Okay, so in general, second and first category, what are the missing, how to increase the quality. Now second and first category, what will be my suggestion to you guys for the next 10 days? अब देखो यार 10 दिन में अनरियलिस्टिक टारगेट्स ले लिए तो हम कुछ कर भी नहीं पाएंगे, ये भी एक सच्चाई है. We have to take realistic targets. Some of you just message me that sir we are appearing for the EPFO as well. Give it certain time. At least 4-5 hours निकालिए आप अपने यूपीएससी के लिए. Doesn't matter. रिजल्ट आएगा तो ईपीएफओ अपने आप साइड में हो जाएगा, पॉजिटिव रहा रिजल्ट. और जिसको पॉजिटिव लग रहा है and you are writing again and again means I will say certainly you should prepare for the EPFO as well, since I had to address this question as well. Okay, take paper 1 of your optional as a target to complete, at least revise once. Okay, paper 1. It will be very easy to revise paper 1. Why am I saying that revise first, not notes and all? If you do not have the short notes of your optional papers that you can revise just before the examinations, certainly you are losing 5 to 10 marks. Because if you have concise notes of 30-40 pages of paper 1, same for the paper 2, that can be revised within the 2 hours. It means you can do good. Second, when the gap between the optionals is like 4 days, in 4 days, just imagine how many times your 60-page concise material can be revised. And when you revise same things again and again, you will be able to reproduce the same in your answer sheet. अब इतनी मोटी बुक्स लेके बैठ जाएंगे तो कहां से कुछ होगा उस टाइम पे. फिर तो ऐसा लगता है इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक क्या है. So how to make it concise? For example, if I'm talking about the say preamble, I've just mentioned triple SDR, secular socialist, okay, democratic republic. So for me, these 3 words are more than enough. Need not to remember whole preamble. When we are talking about the rule of law, DICE, 3 components, that's it. You need not to explain each and everything ना. कई बार सिर्फ एक वर्ड से भी तो याद आ जाता है कि हाँ ये है. But you will be able to make short notes only then when you revise these things beforehand. So paper 1, then I will suggest, see, we are into the GS mode, or we were into the GS mode just before the prelims. So doing GS again is still a tough task for us. So what I will suggest, keep collecting your ornaments, quotations for your essay. अब अब सर सारे quotations कैसे करें, themes कैसे पकड़े? Nothing. Preamble में जितने word दिए हुए हैं ना, the words that you have in the preamble, they themselves is a point for your quotation. Just search freedom quotations, you will get top 3. Now don't write that quotation which goes for the 2-3 lines. You will not be able to remember. Go for the smaller quotations that you can recollect during the examination na. Arrange facts figures. If you say sir economics तो change हो जाता है, नई report आ जाएगी, okay fine, keep doing it while preparing, but at least GS1 GS2 तो same रहेगा, articles तो नहीं change हो जाएंगे ना. And when you write answers, just revise these facts and figures, whether you are able to incorporate or not. So for the first and second category, those who have fair idea what is answer writing, my suggestion, to make sure that these 10 days you prefer to write good answers after 10 days. So to prefer to write good answer, I will say work on your content, revise things, collect the ornaments, analyze topper copies, what you can get from them. Sometimes this happens, जो आपने राम कथा सुनाने में लगा दिया पूरा एक पैरा, the person has just drawn a diagram and it's over, or have said it very concisely. Okay. Last category, the people who are in the third category, getting very poor marks, writing their first mains. To all of you, my suggestion will be a simple one. You have a lot to read and you have to write as well. Now, what the worst thing people do, I do not know if someone has done the same in his or her last attempt. You guys will go sit in the test series, then you will get low marks, because in the test series the people will say that introduction can be improved, write more points, add these points, please refer to the answer booklet, okay, model answers, but it will not help you to improve. So yes, you guys require a kind of mentorship from the persons, those who have been into the mains mode, means those who have cleared with a good margin and all. Second, you have been the sourceless, ye bhi kar lu, wo bhi kar lu, ye bhi kar lu. Sometimes it is not required. Third, बीमारी होती है एक यूपीएससी एस्पायरेंट्स को. I hope many of you will be able to relate. To attain the perfection, I will not write any answer till I complete my these particular notes for the history. I will not write all the answers till I complete my GS paper to this. So that perfect day will never come. And when it is not going to come, you are not going to write answers. Okay. Then you should write, because answer writing or improvement in answer writing is the incremental process. Suppose 5 क्वेश्चन किए हमने आज. Just imagine a scenario. Therefore, I do not suggest anyone to go for the direct test series. I say join any daily answer writing program or the answer writing program, live answer writing program, whosoever it is providing. Okay, just go for it. Then suppose आप 4 क्वेश्चन लिखे, उसमें से एक अच्छा लिखा है, कोई बात नहीं, कल 2 अच्छे होंगे. There should be someone who can guide you that yes, this particular minimum resources are required and you are good to go for the answer writing. You need not to go here and there for your resources. Rather, you should be concentrated. सिर्फ इतना करना है. Always remember, I give this analogy to almost every main session. There are people who have good content, suppose 4 or 5 plus attempts. There are people who get their rank in the very first attempt as well. They are sort of content. But here you are writing answer of a 200 words that you are going to write actually 150, 160 words. Sometimes chalo 200 bhi maan liya. So how much knowledge you need to write 200 words? Fine. So here I will ask Ashish to chip in and share his thoughts, because being a aspirant who have improved immensely in the GS scores. Okay, so I will ask him to tell what should be the strategy for next 10 days for the time being, for the particular the things that he mentions. Then I will in the end address what next 10 days we are going to do as a part of free mains mentorship program till prelims results. Okay, Ashish.
Hello, Utkarsh. Hello, everyone. सो थोड़ा ब्रीफ इंट्रो दे देता हूँ मैं अपना. आई एम आशीष बांगर. मैं ट्रिपल आई टी ग्वालियर से हूँ. आई हैव गिवन माई लाइक आई हैव वर्क फॉर 2 years in software engineer. I worked as a software engineer in Zomato and Snapdeal for 2 years. Then after that, I started preparing for civil services, and I given 3 interviews, 2 of civil services and 1 of forest. And I am stuck in interview phase right now, so that is another issue. So right now, the main thing is that you all are new to this thing. So this is the 10-day strategy should be, your focus should be on optional right now, because 3 things gives you marks. There are 3 things. First is essay, second is ethics, and third is optional. ये 3 चीजें हैं जो कि मार्क्स लाती हैं. सब में एवरेज आउट करेगा, GS1, GS2, GS3 सब में. मेरे GS1 में बहुत हाई मार्क्स आते हैं, पर वो सब एवरेज आउट हो जाता है जब आप GS1, GS2, GS3 देखते हो. तो पर अभी आपको फोकस करना है कि आप GS4 और ऑप्शनल को कैसे अच्छा कर सकते हो. ऑप्शनल में अगर आपके पास टाइम है, 20 दिन का टाइम लेके चलते हैं. जैसे मैं 1-2 जो मेरे साथ में थे, जो मैं एक हॉस्टल में रहता था, तो वहाँ पे थोड़े से बच्चे हैं, उनको भी मेंटर कर रहा हूँ इस टाइम पे. तो 20 दिन का अगर हम टाइम लेके चलते हैं तो आपके पास 5 दिन पर सेक्शन होते हैं ऑप्शनल के. ठीक है, रिवाइज दैट थिंग इन 5 days. रिवाइज योर ऑप्शनल. सेक्शन 1A 5 दिन के अंदर PYQs देखो. सेक्शन 1B 5 दिन के अंदर PYQs देखो. जब एक रिवीजन होगा तो तुम्हारा कॉन्फिडेंस बिल्डअप होना चालू हो जाएगा. और कॉन्फिडेंस, ये गेम ना, यूपीएससी जो गेम है पूरा कॉन्फिडेंस का है. प्रीलिम्स में भी लोग जो है कॉन्फिडेंस की वजह से जाते हैं, मेंस में भी लोग जो है कॉन्फिडेंस की वजह से जाते हैं. सो व्हेन यू कंप्लीट योर ऑप्शनल, नो व्हाट यू विल डू इज यू विल गेन कॉन्फिडेंस. ओके. एंड वन मोर थिंग आई वांट यू टू कंसिडर इज, जो तुम्हारे दोस्त हैं या तुम्हारे फ्रेंड्स हैं, उनके साथ डिस्कशन चालू करो. PYQs रादर देन गोइंग फॉर टेस्ट सीरीज. आई थिंक मेरे जो इंक्रीज हुआ है ना, मार्क्स में इंक्रीज हुआ था, मेरा 50 नंबर का इंक्रीज हुआ था ओनली बिकॉज ऑफ PYQs. PYQs इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. आपको यूपीएससी का दिमाग जानना है तो उसके लिए PYQs करने पड़ेंगे, और कोई तरीका है ही नहीं. ठीक है. और जब आप लोग सब जब PYQs देखोगे तो PYQs में थीम्स रिपीट होती हैं. पिछले साल अगर सप्लाई चेन मैनेजमेंट के ऊपर क्वेश्चन आया तो वो 2-3 साल पहले वापस आया होगा. आप क्या कर रहे हो, आप टेस्ट सीरीज के पीछे भागे जा रहे हो. टेस्ट सीरीज में नंबर चेक करते हैं हम लोग, टेस्ट सीरीज में सब कुछ करते हैं हम लोग, पर PYQs जो है वो हमें, आप नोट्स भी बनाओगे तो PYQs के अकॉर्डिंग बनाओगे ना, तो आपको बहुत ईजी रहेगा आगे की PYQs अटेंड करने या अटेम्प्ट करने में. तो डिस्कस PYQs with your friends. Start with optional first, as Utkarsh sir said. Optional gives you confidence. It gives you marks. So start with that thing. 20 दिन का टारगेट बनाओ. 10 दिन तो सर ने बोला है. I'll consider that 20 दिन का टारगेट बनाओ. 20 दिन के अंदर अपना ऑप्शनल कंप्लीट करने का टारगेट बनाओ. उससे कॉन्फिडेंस बिल्डअप होगा और तुम 3-4 बार रिवाइज कर लोगे मेंस तक. एंड कंसाइज योर नोट्स. छोटे छोटे नोट्स बनाओगे तो जो रिवीजन होगा ना, हमने क्या किया था इस साल की, हम 2 लोग थे, दोनों ने इंटरव्यू दिया था इस बार. दोनों का नहीं हुआ, मतलब इंटरव्यू में दोनों के कम नंबर है. तो हम दोनों ने क्या किया था कि हम लोग बैठते थे, हम लोग सिर्फ हमने करंट अफेयर्स के नोट्स बनाए थे. एंड GS2 का पूरा पेपर जो था हमारे नोट्स के अंदर से था. आई गॉट अराउंड 112 113 मार्क्स इन GS2, एंड दैट इज लाइक अ गुड स्कोर. सो आप नोट्स बनाओगे PYQ के ऊपर बेस करके, या मतलब जो करंट अफेयर्स चल रहा है उसके ऊपर बेस करके, और उनको कंसाइज कर लोगे. 40 पन्ने हमने GS2 है ना 2 घंटे के अंदर रिवाइज किया था. तो 40 पन्ने अगर आपके पास होंगे तो आप इतनी जल्दी रिवीजन कर पाओगे, क्योंकि आपको उस टाइम आपके दिमाग में वही चीजें रहती है जो आप उस टाइम हाथ पढ़ते हो. और अगर आपके पास वो चीजें हैं सारी, जो आपके क्वेश्चंस आ रहे हैं आगे, तो आप बहुत इजीली लिख सकते हो उन चीजों. सो डू दिस थिंग. Revise your things, make your notes concise, and go for it. Build your confidence first. So that is my take on this particular exam, and like I'll hand over to Utkarsh sir. He will like guide you further.
Okay, so this is what we discussed, like what we have to do. Okay, what we have to do in the 10 days. How we are going to do it? like as a part of mains mentorship program basically. Okay, so I know that most of you are in the dilemma whether you will clear or not, and second dilemma ये mentorship में ये लोग क्या ही करेंगे यार. Okay, it's like not to be said but पढ़ तो हम खुद रहेंगे, ये करेंगे क्या basically, correct? So 2-3 things that we will do in this mains mentorship program. Till result, certainly it will be free of cost. Okay, first thing, like you will be updating daily to us your weekly progress. Sorry, no, daily progress. When I say daily progress, it is like you know that अगर हमें किसी को अपने बारे में कुछ बताना होता है तो ज्यादा टाइम तक हम झूठ नहीं बोल पाते. Sir, like studying from last 3 hours and I've studied 10 pages of this particular book or this particular notes. What you have done? Because sir, I was watching YouTube shorts, 3 hours over there. Fine. Okay, no issues. Then when you keep updating someone, the concept that I have discovered is like accountability partner. Okay, mentor becomes your accountability partner. You just update him or her here and there that what you have done. Like you studied for 2 hours, you updated these 2 hours I have done this, these 2 hours I have done this. Second, suppose I said that you start GS1. Say I'm not comfortable, sir. You said in the group session, but I will start GS3. My marks are very low in the GS3. I will first go for GS3. Now, it was the general thing that a person said in a group. You can reach out to mentor. Okay, you can reach out to mentor. Okay, I will go for the GS3. In group session, I might have said that, okay, so you are asking for the ethics, read these particular notes or whatever notes you have, and you have to take care of these points. But when you are doing GST, what to do? You can always ask your mentor what should be your resources. Okay, so academically, I will hand over almost 80% of the things to the Ashish because he has been a recent aspirant. Okay, I might be able to help as a teacher, faculty to understand you, make you understand the particular concept. But being a recent aspirant, he knows what is good. Sometimes the topper notes is more than enough. So I was literally unaware till the mains last year that there is some topper called Rishikesh Reddy and his notes are quite fantastic. Okay, so this year when I talked with some of the aspirants who have cleared the mains, I just asked what was your GS1 strategy. कहता सर कुछ नहीं पढ़ा हुआ ऋषिकेश रेड्डी सर के नोट्स से चाट गए थे. That's it. And then I saw those notes. Okay, like post mains. Okay, so fine, this is it. They are literally nice notes. So why to go for here and there? If something is available, ये थोड़ी बोला किसी को बुक में से बनाओगे अपने नोट्स तभी आगे यूपीएससी क्लियर होगा वरना नहीं होगा. ऐसा कोई तब श्राप कुछ नहीं लेना है. जहां से जो कंसाइज मिलेगा चुरा लेना है, लिख लेना है. That's it. उसी से तैयार कर लेना है. Minimize your efforts, maximize returns when it comes to the notes making and all. Second, then when I was into the situation कि we feel sometimes clueless. पढ़ तो रहे हैं क्या करें? Okay, what happens in these 10 days? None of you will be like in the position, those who are in the borderline case, okay, to take any test series, to take any kind of situation, any kind of course available online, offline, whatever it is. But if you literally sometime want to get your answer, a mentor will not evaluate, but can review na. यार यहाँ पे इंट्रोडक्शन ऐसे लिखा है. Like what I used to do, like I used to just send a voice note कि इस आंसर में ये बढ़िया है, ये बेकार है, ये बढ़िया है, ये बेकार है, and it literally means a lot. Okay, so the purpose is to improve. That will be done. Third thing, sometimes you just need psychological support. It's just so overwhelming. Okay, So when it comes to the psychological support, it's not like there is any psychological issues with you guys. Don't take it otherwise. Huh? Sorry for the bad joke. So okay. So what I mean कि रिजल्ट होगा कि नहीं होगा, अब पढ़ना कैसे है. I sometimes just say when people irritate me, like whenever any of my mentees irritate me, what I say to them, okay, listen, you have these 2 hours, you just study that. Now the pressure is on him or her that ये 2 घंटे में सर ने बोल दिया करना है. Suppose what I give, okay, write 2-3 previous year questions. Okay, don't write questions, just write the pointer formats. This will be my last advice to every one of you. Never ever miss last 5 years previous year questions. Don't write them as an answer, just as a pointer. For example, let me decode it for you. आज से 10 साल पहले भी इंडिया की मेन प्रॉब्लम क्या थी? अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट, एग्रीकल्चर. आज से 10 साल बाद भी रहेगी. आई एम जस्ट गिविंग यू एग्जांपल, बट टाइप्स चेंज हो गई है. फॉर एग्जांपल 10 साल पहले एग्रीकल्चर में यूरिया नहीं मिल रहा. वी आर नॉट हैविंग गुड क्वालिटी सीड्स. नाउ क्लाइमेट रेजिलिएंट एग्रीकल्चर, ड्रिप इरिगेशन, मैकेनाइजेशन ऑफ फार्मिंग, स्मॉल लैंड होल्डिंग्स, चीजें बदल रही हैं. अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट, ओके फाइन, कंप्यूटर आया, कंप्यूटर नहीं आता था. नाउ व्हाट? चैट जीपीटी इज देयर, एआई इज देयर. Unemployment is the similar term. So it doesn't mean the UPSC questions that has been asked way back, they have lost its relevance. It will be there. And like, I do not know if any one of you will be able to do, like there is a last year's my main interview mentee. I just asked him, he missed the cutoff by 11 marks. क्या सर मुझे नहीं पता मेरा प्रीलिम्स होगा नहीं होगा, व्हाट शुड आई डू? आई टोल्ड हिम ऑन पॉइंट ब्लैंक, डू नथिंग. आई डो नॉट हैव एनी इशू with you that you have less comprehension power and all. Okay, you will clear the prelims, but you don't want to study. In that case, you have to solve only 20 papers in the pointer format. And believe me, आज वो सुबह से लग चुका है. So he has sent me, कहता सर मजदूरी शुरू हो गई है. That's what he told me. Okay. So this is what I call mentorship. Sometimes just speaking, having accountability partner, you know whom to approach. Sir ये नहीं हो रहा. Okay, fine, let me arrange the solution for you. Sir GS3 में सिर्फ यही प्रॉब्लम हो रही है. I might not be good at it, but certainly being फालतू. Okay, since I'm not going to give it time, I am फालतू, निठल्ला, idle. Okay, what I will do, I will go into check my resources. I will go on the Google. I will go check my friend circle. Okay, है क्या कुछ ऐसा कुछ? अच्छा हाँ ठीक है, किसी ने बता दिया कि हाँ ये है. Then we have the group ना, those who have got the ranks. Certainly they must have done something different than others. That's why they are getting it. Sorry. By this way, a mentor is going to help you. Okay, so the stage is open for you guys. You guys can just share, ask the question, whatever you want to ask. Ashish sir, you want to add something?
I want to add one thing. So, sir talked about Rishikesh Reddy sir's notes. So I also used geography's notes of Rishikesh Reddy sir, and it is very concise. Like you will love it. And one or two people are there whose notes are very good. So you get to also know that thing also. So that is the thing I think. Is
okay. Fine. So yeah, Subhanshi, sorry.
Good evening, sir. So my question is like I'm in the third category as you mentioned, we'll be writing the names first time this time. So my question is that at what point and how do we get to know that our answers are good enough? Like we are writing the answers, but how will we get to know that okay, this is, say suppose for GS1 and GS2 it is somewhat objective. Like we can write the content and it's objective, but especially for GS4, the interpretation is very wide open and like I write the answer, I do not know whether it's correct or not, or whether there is a correct answer or not, or whether it's a good marks getting answer or not.
Okay, so that's what I told you now, like mentor will be there. Okay, so it's not like that we have not written mains or we have not qualified it. Certainly we have, that's why we appeared for the interview. Certainly we, being in this industry for a number of years, we too know that there are the things. Okay, so certainly we are going to help you over there कि हाँ अब वो level आने लगा है. And the thing is that people do not write answer. Reason for the same, like they expect that we will attain a perfection. Someone will tell us whether we improved. Sometimes what happens when you write your answer na, and you are analyzing some topper's copy, suppose, what will happen? What you will say? This is something I have wrote similar, or I would have written similar. The kind of confidence that you get over there. That is the point where you should realize that you are getting in that area. That area where people compete. Okay, I put the second and first category together. Reason for the same, whosoever is getting 30-40 marks less than the cutoff, whosoever is getting 30-40 marks up above the cutoff, it means a total of 80 marks. And for me, 80 marks, 6 papers, not more than 1 question per mark. Sorry, 1 mark per question. That's how I think from my side. You will get into that category. Okay. Yeah. Yes, Soumya.
Utkarsh sir, I want to add
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
So, Subhanshi, what you can do right now is you want a model answer. Okay, so there is like toppers copy on Vision IAS. Okay, what you can do is you can go to Vision IAS. First 5 rankers are there, or Forum IAS, first 5 rankers are there. Just like see the questions and your own answer. Yeah. And there is your answer, and you can compare that. What is the differences that they are making? So how you are writing your answer, आप कैसे लिख रहे हो आंसर, आपको आइडिया लग जाएगा इस चीज, है ना? अब आपको देखना है कि वो एडिशनल क्या चीज लिख रहे हैं, ये आपको वहां से आइडिया लगेगा, फिर उसको इनकॉर्पोरेट कर लो. तो आपको एक फ्रेमवर्क, आपको एक बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर पता चल जाएगा कि बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर क्या है आंसर का. आपको ये पता चल जाएगा कि आप क्या क्या मिस कर रहे हो, और आपको ये पता चल जाएगा कि आप अच्छे पॉइंट्स कैसे लिख रहे हो. सो दैट इज काइंड ऑफ ए मॉडल आंसर फॉर यू. You can like try that because GS2 में बहुत सारा portion static है, and you can attempt that particular.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Mukesh. Mukesh, unmute yourself first.
हेलो सर.
Yeah.
सर आपने बोला ना लास्ट 5 इयर्स का क्वेश्चंस करने के लिए, तो आपने बोला कि पॉइंटर फॉर्मेट में लिखना है, तो किस तरह से एक बार उसको एलाबोरेट कर सकता है, पॉइंटर फॉर्मेट में किस तरह से लिखें?
Sure.
कंसाइज, जैसे एक सब्जेक्ट है GS1, उसको कितने कंसाइज पेजेस में लिखे या फिर अपने नोट्स में ऐड करें उसको,
वो मैं डिस्कस करता हूँ अभी. Okay. So basically when I say pointer format, it means suppose there is any question. Okay. Suppose it's talking about the, say, civil services organizations are the bridge between people and the government. Suppose this is any previous year question. Okay, comment. This is the question. I just framed it, maybe a bad framing, but just get the feel of it. Okay, so what I will say, okay, it is talking about the connecting people and the government. So somewhere non-government organizations and these civil services organizations are in between. Okay, so my first point will be introduction, 1-liner introduction, 2-liner introduction, whatever it is, some quote or something, I will just write. Then how it acts as a bridge. how in certain areas they are implementing, how CSR is helping them. Okay, how when it comes to the government, that government is giving some work to NGOs. For example, n number of your juvenile correction homes, n number of your adult jails, sorry, and other things are somehow maintained by them. So I will just write in the point format. For example, I will write adult jail maintenance, juvenile correction maintenance. Okay, I will not write whole answer, just pointers, some 7-8 pointers, that yes, due to these pointers it will be bridged. Any comment from the Supreme Court, any comment from the law minister? Got it, Mukesh?
Yes, yes. So it should be brainstorming from our side.
No, I will Google it out, yeah. I'm not asking to do brainstorming at that moment.
Okay.
I just gave you example. You should be ready with at least in every question some solid 5-7 points. I'm not saying to brainstorm. Brainstorming is the main thing. When you will practice, it will be like when you have done this exercise, now these points will automatically come in your answer sheet while writing your test papers, while writing your live answers, while writing your mains papers. That is how UPSC mindset develops.
Okay. So we can pick some these things from some solved papers or like from some model answers.
Never. I will say never model answer, never solved paper. Google it out. Reason, Google is helping you to know, helping you to limit your brainstorming. But these model answers, these solved papers will limit your circle itself. जो ढूंढोगे आप उसी में ढूंढोगे. Google में you will Google one thing, you will find 5, 6, 7 links.
Okay. So you are saying, so Google the question itself and then whatever it comes.
Google the content of the question, not question.
Okay.
Certainly you have to brainstorm what else I can write in this answer. Okay, whether any Supreme Court judgment is there. Suppose the question is about the what to say, put to Swami judgment, something right to privacy. What else the judgment says? What are the main watershed moments about the right to privacy? These things. So you have to brainstorm what you have to write. What you will write, you will Google.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
Fine.
Hello, sir.
Soumya.
हेलो सर
Yeah.
सर मेरे अभी प्रॉब्लम ये हो रही है कि जब मैं प्रीलिम्स के 3 महीने पहले मैंने मेंस की सही से प्रिपरेशन रखी थी, मैंने पेपर्स भी काफी लिखे थे, बट अभी 3-4 महीने का गैप हो गया ना, तो वापस अब लिखने बैठ रही हूँ ना, तो काफी प्रॉब्लम आ रही है. जैसे रिकलेक्ट नहीं हो पा रहा है कि कैसे लिखना है, इंट्रोडक्शन और कंक्लूजन ठीक से बन नहीं रहा है, पॉइंट्स तो याद आ रहे हैं, पॉइंट्स तो चीजें पढ़ी है तो वो चीज याद आ रहा है, कंटेंट पता है, बट अभी भी फिर वापस से प्रॉब्लम वही आ रही है जहाँ पे स्टार्टिंग में थी, इंट्रोडक्शन और कंक्लूजन नहीं बन पा रहा है ढंग से.
Okay, so it is like that you will have to start again. That is for the sure. You do not have to give up. That is for the sure. And as I said, that answer writing is about the incremental changes. So if you are feeling that the 3 months way back before your prelims, the way where you left your say peak of your answer writing, you will start answer writing from there only. It's not possible. You have to start, and believe me, that is not start from the scratch. No other point. So not, that's what I say. See, this is the feeling the mentor chips in. अरे तू लिख, तू 2 क्वेश्चन लिख, मैं बताता हूँ. And when you start writing 2-3 questions on daily basis, suddenly you are getting your pace back. Had it been that hand holding is not available, the mentor is not available, then you might lax. आज नहीं लिख रही 2 क्वेश्चन, वो सर पे डंडा है मेंटर का, नहीं करना है 2 क्वेश्चन. That's it.
ओके.
Fine.
एंड हाँ सर, दूसरी बात ये है कि टाइम बहुत ज्यादा लग रहा है. जैसे 3 घंटे में ना, हाँ पहले भी पेपर कंप्लीट नहीं हो पाते थे, 20 क्वेश्चंस बहुत टाइम कंज्यूमिंग हो जाते हैं, यानी 3.5 से 3.25 घंटे भी हो जाते थे कभी कभी, तो उसका क्या करना है?
Okay, so you are asking me to disclose one of the initiatives that I am going to roll out. Okay, so I will be coming with the Chetak batch, okay, dedicated to the horse of Shri Maharana Pratap ji. Okay, what we have decided that this will be a Chetak batch where the program will go for the 6 weeks. Okay, 6 week, 4 papers. So what we will do, or it might be 8 weeks, that I'm just doing finalities of that paper. I will just give you the concept of the program. So 4 questions and 6 questions in an hour. First survey was 9 days or 12 days, whatever I will decide. I'm just thinking upon the course design kaise karna hai. It is in the finance mode, I will say. Okay, so first 1 hour you will be doing that practice live on the Zoom itself. Okay, in those 4 questions, what I will ensure that 2 questions belong to the new era and 2 to the some specific era. Okay, so we will give you syllabus. The questions will be from that area only. First hour 4 questions, then comes second week, or say after 9 days, same paper 6 questions. So once you are start writing 1 hour 6 questions, you will be able to attempt the paper in timely manner. Okay, so 6 question will be not like all 10 markers, some will be 15 markers, so that to make sure that 1 hour time frame, like you write 1 hour 80 marks at least. लास्ट के 1 आवर में यू ऑल नो दैट दोज हु हैव रिटन मेंस की लास्ट में वो जादुई शक्तियां आती है और लास्ट आवर में वी जस्ट फिनिश द पेपर समहाउ. Okay, but you have to maintain your speed in first 2 hours. If you are able to do, you will be able to complete. Okay, so if you ask me how to attain that speed, practice is the only way, nothing else. I suggest at least daily based answer writing, at least of 4-6 questions on daily basis. Okay, don't just say कि I will study, I will study, I will study. 1 घंटे नहीं पढ़ोगे कुछ नहीं चला जाएगा अगर लिख लोगे तो उसकी जगह. I'm just asking for 1 hour ना. अगर ये कहोगे कि नहीं मैं सिर्फ पढ़ना है मुझे तो उसके बाद परफेक्शन अटेन होगा, मैं यू विल नेवर अटेन परफेक्शन. रैंक 1 आ जाएगी. आई लाइक गरिमा इज नॉट हियर, शी इज रैंक 39 दिस ईयर, शी वाज विद मी. ओके, सो लाइक पोस्ट मेंस वी गॉट इन टच एंड शी यूज्ड टू, सर मेरा ये नहीं हुआ, सर वो नहीं हुआ, एंड वी लिटरली लाफ कि हाँ 39 रैंक आया है, ये क्या क्या नहीं हुआ था मुझे बता दे अब, बिकॉज शी गॉट द रैंक ना, एंड दिस वाज हर फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट. एंड शी यूज्ड टू से कि सर बाकी लोगों का इतना अटेम्प्ट हो जाता है, इतना कंटेंट ये वो फलाना ढिमकाना. लास्ट मोमेंट तक ये होता था सर मेरे को नहीं पता, मेरा होगा मेरा होगा. तो दिस इज हाउ थिंग्स रोल अप. ओके, प्रैक्टिस इज द ओनली सॉल्यूशन. बट आई विल सजेस्ट apart from daily based answer writing, even if you don't join any courses, maybe it's your own I will say discretion, but do practice 1 hour on the daily basis with the timer. Second thing that I will suggest, write at least 3 full length tests. When I say full length test na, I do not mean GS1 आज दे दिया, GS2 2 दिन बाद दे दिया, GS3 4 दिन बाद दे दिया. Okay, so what I mean, GS1 morning, GS2 evening, next day GS3, GS4. So Margi is here with us. Okay, she was with me in the last mains itself. Okay, so it was like she said that I will not appear for the test. मैं कहा okay fine, wait. So I just called it, थोड़ा सा दवाई वाई जो मैं देता हूँ वो दिया इसको. Okay, then she was like she wrote all the examinations. Okay, within the time frame, and that helped the mains. Though she missed the mains, I will say in the margin only, not more than that. And that too, I guess some of 1 or 2 paper were like butchered, I will say. Okay, so in that situation you have to write, you do not have any other choice. अरे ये टेस्ट के पेपर के मार्क्स दिल पे क्यों लेने हैं यार? It's not to judge your content and all, whether you can attempt. First time तो ये देखना है कि sometimes it may happen ना that you are writing your mains examination and you know nothing. 12 क्वेश्चन आते हैं. What will it mean that you believe those 8 questions? No, you have to attempt those 20 questions as well. You should be in that practice mode. Be it prelims, be it mains, be it interview, 80% game is of mindset. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So Samya, I hope I answered your question. Na?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Rohit.
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, I appeared for mains last year, and I got around 270 marks in the 4 GS papers. So what I did was like, now what I felt after the exam, I had a lot of data and like strong facts with me. But when I appeared in the exam hall, I was not able to recall those points. Like I just felt I only wrote the generalist answers. So I wanted to optimize this thing.
Yeah, I got your question as well. The reason for the same,
Yes,
that
sir.
you tried, you gave lots of your time in collecting those data points, in being perfect, rather than practicing those in your test series. You thought nahi ye sab pura ho jayega, uske baad ek test likhunga, and in the end you appeared for the n number of tests, I guess 4, 5, whatever. Then you might have got low marks as well in the test, or maybe if the institute is like that कि सबको एक average marks दे दो, अपनी इज्जत भी बचाने, क्या पता यही topper हो, बाद में गाली दे देगा. Okay, this is how the mindset of institute works. Okay, I'm running one as well, so I can tell you that. Okay, though I do not think that way. So in that situation, Rohit, as I said, the daily based answer writing, अरे गलत हो गया ना, मार्क्स नहीं दे रहा ना एग्जामिनर, भाड़ में जाए, चेक करने वाला कौन सा यूपीएससी एग्जामिनर है, he is not with your luck ना. Okay, I would have quoted this UN reform, I would have quoted this article. Means post appearing in any kind of mock or exam test, you should sit back with the test.
Okay.
In the prelims, I say one statement to all my mentees: any test that is not revised is equivalent to not appearing into the test. That is true in every sense for the mains examination as well. Any test that you have appeared which has not been revised, when I say revised, it doesn't mean कि वो model answer में दिया है, इसमें मैं और क्या घुसा सकता था. When I say घुसा सकता था, what more content I could have done, or whether I could have framed this. And it's not like कि अब एक अलग notes copy बनानी है test analysis की. Whatever test paper you have ना, वो margin में examiner ने लिखा है, और तब भी बहुत सारा margin खाली रह जाता है. Just scribble it down there. And when you will revise that test paper now, okay, fine. So I have done these mistakes, I have analyzed this way. This way you have to analyze your test. Got it?
Got it. मतलब टेस्ट सीरीज के उसको हमें like internalize करना चाहिए, like sources को delete कर देना चाहिए.
हाँ, मतलब हमें खुद को, अब वो feedback कई बार बहुत irrelevant दे देगा. It might be case that you wrote test in XYZ coaching institute and the evaluator was out of mind. Maybe he just met with the accident and he wrote any comment. It doesn't mean that you have to incorporate each and every comment of the evaluator ना. वो भी इंसान है, गलती हो सकती है ना उससे. So you have to get into that acumen what you can add upon rather than what he is forcing me to write. See, I always say in this UPSC journey किसी को भगवान नहीं बनाना है, मुझे भी नहीं बनाना है, मैं तो बनता भी नहीं, सीधी सी बात है. ठीक है. The thing is that you should be very much clear that whether I'm answering the demand. See, if someone says that you have not met the demand of question, I give you 2 marks. Fine. Just let me know what is the demand of the question first. Their mentor will help you. Sometimes, like I do this with mentees. Evaluator, अरे छोड़, इसने पता नहीं कौन से दिमाग में लिख दिया, छोड़ इसको, छोड़. Okay, this is how it is. Fine. Okay, Niharika.
Hi sir, good evening sir.
Good evening.
Sir, मुझे आपसे बस इतना ही पूछना है कि अभी next 10 days में sir I am getting around 80 to 83 marks. So I am on border. So I'm preparing for EPF also currently, and this is my first means. So मुझे आपको ये पूछना है कि next 10 days, as you and Ashish said, I should focus on EPFO के साथ. सर मुझे नहीं समझ में आ रहा मैं कितना टाइम EPFO को दूँ, कितना ऑप्शनल करूँ, कितना एथिक्स करूँ. So yeah, so please if you throw some light on how should I go ahead for next 10 days. So आपने मुझे एक चीज समझ में आ गई, ऑप्शनल करनी है रिवीजन.
See, why I say कि optional is a mandatory, because optional is a medicine. None other subject can get you a rank apart from optional. Suppose you scored 350 marks in your optional, certainly you are going to get rank. Okay, suppose. So, and for that you have to give the respect that optional deserves. Okay, when I say that you have to first do optional, okay, since you are revising your optionals, I've just given, Ashish said that you should complete your paper in optional in 20 days.
Correct.
But I, being more realistic, I said 10 days for paper 1 only. I'm talking about the humanities options only over here. You have generally thinkers concepts in your paper 1. And when you are into that mode, okay, thinker concepts, means when you first started reading your optionals, this was the portion you have put more focus upon. Okay, so it was about the content, thinkers and all. So revising those things is easy because you understand them better. Okay. So if I say that, yeah, you have to appear for EPFO. Now, two kind of mindset will be amongst the aspirants. First, मेरा prelims नहीं हो रहा. First, मुझे EPFO की तैयारी करनी है. फिर वो कहेगा मेरा prelims होगा कि नहीं होगा. He or she will waste at least, I will say, 2 hours, 3 hours in a day just in these three questions. Okay. So why do you think? अरे जब मेरे पास इतना सारा काम है कि वो मुझे पता है 24 घंटे में नहीं होगा, तो माई फोकस शुड बी ऑन कि मैं कितना काम कर लूं, रादर देन कि कितना बचा है कितना बचा नहीं. सो फर्स्ट, एज यू नो दैट you have pretty good chances to clear prelims. Okay, and I'm telling you, each one and everyone, whosoever is between 75 to 85, you all are on border side for me, and you have equal chance for clearing the same. Even like my friend Kaptan has put out the cutoff that 79 to 81, and I am saying it from since time immemorial. Paper was out, I just saw it for like 1 hour, 1.5 hour. I was like early 80s at max. It won't go that beyond. I might be wrong. Okay, so I'm not charging anything ना, मैं तो सिर्फ पढ़ाने के लिए बोल रहा हूँ अभी तो. So what do you do? Just by my words, first hour of your, or say first part of your day. Suppose I wake up at 4 a.m. I generally do. Okay. So what I used to do in my aspirant days, 4 बजे उठा, 5 बजे पढ़ने बैठा, 5 से 8 बजे तक पढ़ लिया. Okay, till this time you will not find anyone in your house to disturb you. So 3 hours you have already studied. I gave it to UPSC, though I did not appear for other exams. Okay, so but 3 hours हो गया. So same thing you can do. You start your day at 10 a.m. I do not care. 11 to 2 UPSC. Now you within UPSC, as I said, prioritize your optionals. First optionals, then take a break of 2 hours. When I say जब मन स्थिर नहीं है, जब मन विचलित है, okay, so being in the ज्ञान mode, what you have to do basically, you have to divide your days into particular intervals. When I say particular intervals, Niharika, what I mean personally, like 3 hours is the maximum time of set that I will take, that I have already completed in the very first part of my day. Correct? I've completed that. So I am done with the UPSC. I will be having a sense of satisfaction कि हाँ UPSC कर लिया आज. Then we will move to the next part. 2 hours only. EPFO का suppose लॉस पढ़ लिए, लेबर लॉस पढ़ लिया, देन करंट अफेयर्स पढ़ लिया, 2 घंटे के बाद फिर 1 घंटे का ब्रेक लेना है. सो बेसिकली एज वी डू इन अवर जिम्स एंड ऑल ना, 2-2 घंटे के 4 सेट लेने हैं, 2-2 घंटे की 4 सिटिंग लेनी है. And if you are thinking that I will sit once in a 6 hours stretch, then I will go for 3 hour stretch, I will have 10 hours as output, नहीं हो पाएगा. It's better to go for the efficiency rather than effectiveness. Okay, so what I did just with you, it is the part of mentorship. This is what I call mentorship. Okay, fine. Okay.
Okay.
Any other person?
So I will revise optional and I will keep accountability with you for next 10 जब तक result नहीं आता है.
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
I want to add one thing, Utkarsh sir.
Yeah.
What you can do, Niharika, is what Utkarsh sir said. जब तक तुम्हारा जो टाइम होता है ना आधा, first half,
Yes.
dedicate that first half to your optional. Okay. In the next half to your EPFO preparation. I know you all are like थोड़ा सा टेंशन हो रहा है क्योंकि पेपर बहुत अजीब सा आया है इस बार, थोड़ा सा अतरंगी पेपर है इस बार का, है ना. तो सब टेंशन हो रही है, ईपीएफओ का पेपर आ रहा है. आई हैव 1 or 2 friends who are also preparing for EPFO, but they have given 3 or 4 means, 3 means already in that case. तो अभी आपका ये है कि आप ऑप्शनल करते रहोगे तो कॉन्फिडेंस बिल्डअप होता रहेगा. आप दिन भर सोचते रहोगे तो आपका 4-5 घंटे चले जाएंगे, मतलब वो एकदम अनप्रोडक्टिव होते हैं, वो कोई काम के नहीं होते. do that thing and ask people like me and Utkarsh sir, you can ask them, sir ये problem आ रही है, क्योंकि mental health is also an issue right now. That is also an issue. So you can talk to us about that thing also. सर ये problem हो रही है, ये problem, क्योंकि resolution मिल जाएगा fast.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Fine. Okay. Mukesh.
सर वो ऑप्शनल के जो पीवाईक्यूज है वो उसको कैसे इंटीग्रेट करें? जैसे मैं चैप्टर्स पढ़ लेता हूँ लेकिन पीवाईक्यूज को मैंने सॉल्व किया बट बहुत ही रैंडम है, तो मुझे लगता है मुझे फिर से सॉल्व करना चाहिए। तो वो पॉइंटर फॉर्मेट में जैसे आपने बोला अभी करने के लिए, तो वैसे करूँ या किस तरह से अप्रोच करूँ मैं?
See, when I say anything to do in the pointer format, my purpose is to make a short notes for your mains, that the topics that are going to repeat it. You go 7 years down the line of your previous year questions, you will find all the questions in the options are being repeated somehow or any other means. Okay, mark my words. People do not do these things, na. That's why I'm telling you. सबको पता है कि क्या करना है क्या नहीं करना है। जो लोग करते हैं, मैं ये नहीं कहता उनका सिलेक्शन होता, मेरा भी नहीं हुआ यार, सीधी सी बात है, लेकिन मैंने किया था। बट एटलीस्ट वी रीच अप टू अ स्टेज जहां हम अपने आंख में आंख मिला के क्या देख सकते हैं, वी डिड नॉट डिसीट आवरसेल्फ। ओके, सो व्हाट आई विल सजेस्ट, टू थिंग्स। आई वाज नॉट गुड विद द पेपर 2 of the public administration in the starting. So what I did, first the pointer formats. Whenever I sit for the study like test series, what I found, these all optional test series are generally shitty in the nature. Okay, generally shitty in the nature. Whosoever is the teacher, because the teacher is not making the test paper, it is being made by some person. So what I found that I have to write. Then I started writing, skipping last 3 years. Okay, because last 3 years optional आप कैसे ना कैसे करके बहुत रिवाइज कर लेते हो through test series and all. Skip the last 3 years and go beyond that. Then I started solving those papers as a test paper. So you can go both the ways. When I say to have pointer notes, I basically mean if in the end आपके पास short notes नहीं भी हैं and you are able to get it, okay, and you are able to do through these, go through these are nothing but the gold that you can revise in very short span of time. Fine.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, anyone else? Yeah, JR.
हेलो,
Hi.
हाँ, गुड इवनिंग सर। सर ये मेरा फर्स्ट मेंस है, सो आई वाज जस्ट कंफ्यूज कि नोट्स कैसे बनाने हैं फॉर डिफरेंट जीएस, लाइक वो समझ नहीं आ रहा है कि कैसे स्टार्ट करें।
Okay, Ashish, I would like to throw you some like you to throw some light over this question. Okay, how to go about the notes for the first attempt.
So like it is your first attempt and I think in September you will be giving your first means, right?
यस सर।
So the problem is that अभी तक notes complete हो जाने चाहिए, ये fact है ना? अब आपको है ना, अब ये थोड़ा laborious task होता है ना? अब now what you need to do is you need to reverse engineer. Okay, what I mean by reverse engineering is that अब आप है ना टॉपिक वाइज जाओ। जैसे सपोज सोसाइटी में आपने अर्बनाइजेशन हमारा कॉन्सेप्ट है, ठीक है, आप अर्बनाइजेशन पढ़ने बैठोगे तो बहुत टाइम लग जाएगा, आप इधर उधर छांटोगे, ठीक है। आप एक काम करो, ऋषिकेश रेड्डी सर है, उनके नोट्स हैं वहाँ पे, है ना, उनको उठाओ, अर्बनाइजेशन में क्या क्या क्वेश्चंस आए पिछले 4-5 सालों में उनको देखो, रिवर्स इंजीनियर करो, किस किस क्वेश्चंस पूछा, अर्बनाइजेशन की डेफिनेशन क्या क्या क्वेश्चंस पूछा, प्रॉब्लम्स पूछी होंगी, सॉल्यूशंस पूछे होंगे, तो क्या होगा कि आपके पास एक कंसाइज नोट्स बन जाएंगे एक पेज के। आपको भी यही करना, ये रिवर्स इंजीनियरिंग होती है कि आप क्वेश्चंस देख के अपने नोट्स बनाओ, है ना, रादर दैन टॉपिक्स देख के नोट्स बनाओ। टॉपिक्स इन द सेंस मतलब अगर आप अभी GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4 के सिलेबस देखोगे, उस हिसाब से जाओगे कि एक नोट्स बनाओगे, है ना, तो आपको क्या क्या सर्च करना पड़ेगा वो आपको पता नहीं है। आप अभी बना दोगे कि भाई अर्बनाइजेशन क्या होता है, प्रोज क्या है, कॉन्स क्या है, इश्यूज क्या है और कंक्लूजन क्या है, ये बना दोगे। पर जब आप क्वेश्चंस देखोगे तो आपको अलग अलग डायमेंशंस पता चलेंगे उस चीज के, कि हाँ एक एनवायरमेंटल इशू भी है, एक ये इशू भी है, एक वो इशू भी है ना, तो आपके पास एक कंसाइज नोट हो जाएगा, समझ रहे हो? तो आप
Yes.
अभी करो।
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Mukesh, you still have any question left?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay. Anyone else? Ankit, you are not audible at all. There is some disturbance from your side.
Hello.
Ankit, not audible. I think there is some issue within your headphone, or if possible, just remove your headset, Bluetooth, whatever it is.
Sir, am I audible now?
No, no, no. Anyone else? No. Fine. So before I start, see, in the end of session, like target for you guys,
That's why he asked a question in chat itself.
chat
Amar-
itself. Okay. सर ऐसे को हाथ भी नहीं लगाया है अभी तक. Okay, so for essay, what I will suggest, you have to be in the position to write essay. First, you have to be in good position to write good answers. Then you should go. So for essay, there is requirement of certain hold over the GS topics. Okay, so then you should move towards the essay. In the starting 10 days, I will never suggest any newcomer to start with the essay. Okay, and for others, those who have written essay, what will be my suggestion? 10 days you should first try to make sure that to consolidate whatever you have read. Once you are into the consolidation mode, then you go for the essay writing. Okay, so I have working professional. How can I manage my time? So you are a working professional, you can manage your time. See, working professional means you cannot enjoy your weekend parties. First thing. Okay, second thing, जब दुनिया सो रही होती है तो आपको जागना होता है. Either you start early or you go to bed late night. I will suggest start early with the fresh energy. Okay, you should give at least 3 to 4 hours before your day starts, and then in the end, during night time, you should give at least 2 hours, because what I expect from a sincere working aspirant, that he or she will be giving 5 hours in a week, sorry, in a day, then on weekends 10 to 12 hours. So what I meant, at 24 hours on the weekend, or say 20 hours being on lenient side and 20 hours over there. So 20 plus 20, 40 hours, it means on an average 6 hours. Okay, that is how your day should be there. Sir, should I go with the optional paper 2 as I got low marks in my last attempt? See, your optional paper 2 is generally your application based paper. So for application, you should be having a strong foundational value that belongs to paper 1. So that is why I am forcing you to revise your paper 1 rather than paper 2. Okay, because I'm talking about the humanities students. Yeah, humanities history is there. So I'm just talking about the thinkers and all are there. So for history, if is it so, just ping me your doubt. Okay, I will ask Ishan. He has scored very good marks, got ranked 234 this year. He has been associated with me from last 3 years. I will ask him to get your doubt clear. Okay.
Sir, one
Yes,
question.
Rohit.
Ask a
Yeah.
question. Until prelims result, I am planning to focus only on ethics and option. Any other suggestions, sir?
Okay, so until prelims result, I am planning to focus only on ethics and optional. So I will say this is the one of the strategies that I was going to say in the last. Okay, yes, this is a fine combination. Apart from it, keep reading some non-UPSC books. I will say just the books like particularly self-help books kind. Those books helps you in addressing your ethics paper as well as your essay. You will get a number of quotes. So in these 10 days, if some of you can read 2 non-UPSC books, take any Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, Rich Dad versus Poor Dad, Alchemist, whatever it is. Okay, so 2 books, certainly you are good to go for the ethics as well as essay.
Shubhra
Hello.
Jyoti.
Okay, so sir, I have made notes in optional and GS but haven't revised. Just done writing with respect to PYQs. Subhrajyoti, I'm unable to get your question. Is it a statement or question first? Okay, yeah, Rohit.
Sir, actually, sir, this is after mains. After writing mains, sir, मैंने optional के लिए PYQ solve किए थे. And सर अभी मुझे एक डिसीजन लेना है कि सर एक कोचिंग में है तो वहाँ पे टेस्ट सीरीज भी ले लूँ या फिर टेस्ट सीरीज के साथ वहाँ पे क्लासेस भी हैं. सर लाइक दे हैव 40 क्लासेस वेयर दे आर कवरिंग इट विद सम क्वेश्चंस लाइक डेली क्वेश्चंस डिस्कशन. सो सर क्या वो ठीक रहेगा कि मैं क्लासेस भी ले लूँ या फिर खाली मैं अपना रिवीजन करूँ अपने कंटेंट को और खाली टेस्ट सीरीज ले लूँ?
Okay, so Rohit, it's a your prerogative. I will say whether you need classes for enrichment, certainly it helps. Then it costs you at least 2 to 3 hours of your day, because any
Yes, sir.
enrichment class will get you 3 hours. Because
So they will take 3 hours for 40 days. So यही question था.
yeah, that's what I said. If you feel that you can do it on your own, and the second strategy, like one of my friends did, and he came out with the flying colors in the UPSC as well. So yes, he took the classes, and what he did, वो कभी लाइव क्लास नहीं लेता था. कहता पागल है, 1.5 घंटा दूंगा, 2 घंटा दूंगा, इसको 1.5x पे चलाऊंगा जब मेट्रो में ट्रेवल कर रहा हूँ. So he covered all his classes while traveling. He never gave any kind like just let me switch off the recording for the same. Fine. So this way, the way he has completed, so you can go for it. But you have to decide whether you need it or not. That I cannot decide for you.
नहीं सर, मार्क्स इंप्रूवमेंट तो सर है ऑप्शन में भी, तो you can take it then.
Then you can certainly. फिर बाकी लोग अगर 10 घंटे निकाल ले, तुम 12 निकालो, 2 घंटा क्लास का निकालो. So you should be having that burning desire within you for this examination. If you are thinking that things will fall in line, no, certainly not. This exams involves a certain amount of luck. Okay, but it doesn't mean that you cannot minimize your hard work. Your hard work can minimize the role of luck though. Okay.
Krishna Nayak asked that book The India Way by S. Jaishankar. Is it worth reading it now for IR means portion? I do not think that it is necessary. Just skip it. Not necessary for that thing. So just read basic books, like basic for 2B. For 2B we need basically the IR knowledge. So strengthen your IR theories. Okay, and there is one 95th rank 2019. 95th rank. I am unable to recall his name. His 2B notes are very good. So you can make base of that particular notes and make your own notes about that. That you can do. No need to go for that.
One more thing that I will like to mention over here, because it is about the books. Whichever book is more than 150 pages, it means you cannot cover in small short span of time. You should not purchase it. You should not think about reading it. Okay, 150 to 100 pages more than enough.
Rohit, you are saying something?
Sir, आपका option भी PSIR था क्या?
Politics, yes.
So I can talk to you after this for
Sure.
some guidance.
Okay. Yes, Ankit.
Sir, am I audible now?
Yeah, better.
ठीक है सर, ये थर्ड मेंस होगा मेरा. इससे पहले मैंने 2 मेंस लिखे हैं, बट सर पेपर कंप्लीट नहीं हो पाता मेरा. सेकंड मेंस में भी, मतलब ये जो अभी मेंस लिखा था मैंने, उसमें एथिक्स का 30-40 नंबर का छूट गया था, और पिछले मेंस में तो काफी छूट गया था. तो सर अभी मुझे इस वाले अटेम्प्ट में ये डेली पे ज्यादा फोकस करना चाहिए या FLT 3 घंटे वाले पे?
I just answered this question. I will repeat my answer again. First, you should be having into the daily answer writing mode. At least you should write 1 hour daily on the daily basis. Like certainly after reading certain amount of time, it's not like that कि आज से 1 घंटा लिखना शुरू कर दे और दिमाग में नहीं आ रहा लिखना क्या है. पहले पढ़ना है उसके लिए, लिखने से पहले. सीधी सी बात है भाई. ठीक है. First, you should be writing that on daily basis. Okay. Then you should attempt at least 2 or for me at least is 3. Okay, 3 full length tests, and full length test in a way 1, 2, 3, 4 within 2 days. It should not be like in the moment, like abhi GS1 attend kiya, 3 दिन बाद GS2, फिर 4 दिन बाद GS3, फिर 4 दिन बाद GS4. No, not that way. Okay, so even if you have to attend that way, that's why I say 3, because okay, let me conclude this session, conclusion of the session. Okay, last agenda that I had in my mind. First like combination is you can start with your optional as well as ethics. Second combination is you cannot leave your optional, but against ethics you can pick the pockets. Okay, what I say pick the pockets means in every GS paper there are certain pockets that you like the most. To enhance efficiency in these 10 days, what you do, suppose in some, if you like GS1 society part, just complete it. GS2 governance part, just complete it. GS3 science and technology part, just complete it. Okay, so go for the topics in these 10 days rather than going for a particular subject. Okay, so second comes what should be approach towards the answer writing. Okay, as you asked right now, Ankit. So approach towards the answer writing should be, I will not suggest any one of you to write any kind of answer till 7 days. You can just write pointers for the PYQs for next 7 days. Then suppose you have started reading ethics, start with the ethics itself. Okay, first write 1 hour ethics, and 1 hour it means equated with marks. 3 hours 250 marks, approximately 80 marks per hour. Okay, 80-85 marks. Then chart out the questions. Okay, ऐसा करते हैं, 5 क्वेश्चन उठा लिए 10-10 मार्क्स के, 2 क्वेश्चन 15-15 मार्क्स के, हो गए 7 क्वेश्चन 80 मार्क्स. ठीक है, या स्टार्टिंग में अभी कमी लिख पाऊंगा तो 4 ही क्वेश्चन उठाता हूँ, कोई बात नहीं, आई विल एनहांस द स्पीड. फिर एक हफ्ते 3-4 दिन 4 क्वेश्चन लिखे, 3-4 दिन बाद 5-5 क्वेश्चन लिख लिए, फिर 6-6 क्वेश्चन लिख दिए, फिर 7 पे चले गए, बट 1 hour ओनली. देन यू हैव टू अपीयर फॉर द फुल लेंथ टेस्ट. फर्स्ट फुल लेंथ टेस्ट साइकिल आप ऐसे अपीयर कर लीजिए. सपोज आप डेली बेसिस पे लिख रहे हैं एंड इट्स बीन लाइक 2 weeks सिंस यू हैव बीन राइटिंग इट ओवर हियर. ओके, सिंस 2 weeks डेली बेसिस, it means sorry, 2 weeks daily basis and you attempted first test. Since in these 2 weeks you wrote about the and studied about the ethics, जिस भी कोचिंग सेंटर का पहला वो तुमने ज्वाइन कर रखा है, GS4 खुला हुआ है, ओपन हो चुका है, हाँ, तो सबसे पहले GS4 लिख दिया. 2 दिन बाद GS1 अच्छा खासा हो गया था, परफेक्शन अटेंड करने की कोशिश मत करना. 40% सिलेबस हो गया, यू आर वेल settled to answer 20 questions. 40% of syllabus is equivalent to 20%, 100% of question attempt base. Okay, you should be happy that area that you have studied, उससे क्वेश्चन आ गया तो अच्छे मार्क्स आ गए, नहीं आए तो बाकी वो रिवाइज हो गया उसी बहाने, टेस्ट के बहाने. लिखना जरूर है, चाहे उल्टा सीधा लिख के आओ उस टाइम पे, ठीक है, बिकॉज स्टार्टिंग में आप स्पीड के लिए प्रैक्टिस के लिए कर रहे हैं, तो इशू आप लोगों के साथ हो रहा है. देन यू कैन अटेम्प्ट, बट 2 set of full length cycle, I will say 2 set of full length cycle should be in the mode of GS1 morning में, GS2 evening, GS3 next day morning, GS4 next day evening. That's how you have to attempt. If you are unable to do it, you will struggle with the pace and all, until or unless you are God gifted. Fine. Sir, among the essay, medium and hard topics, what should be the priority of covering them in both GS and optional? Certainly there should be no priority. It totally depends on the mood. My mood is very light. It means even a complex topic will not stand in front of me. My mood is bilkul thaka hua, I cannot read. It means I will be able to study those topics which I can read and understand and I like. Okay, it means you have to extract maximum out of you. It's not कि ये पहले easy फिर ये. Okay, that is how it is. Fine. Any more question? Who is it? Gaurav, your voice is very low.
Sir, am I audible now?
Better.
So I am, like picking the pockets. My science and techniques, one of my favorite sections. Sir, I don't have one defined source for it. I tried covering through mains 365 and all that, but exam relevance is very low. So is there one source for science and tech which you would recommend?
Okay, so I will again give it to Ashish because he will be handling academic doubts better than me. Okay, Ashish.
So the simple thing is that science and tech, like we are from BTech, like I am a BTech and I'm tech, so I am from technical background. So it is an easy task for me to answer those questions. However, मैं ये बोलना चाहूंगा कि जो पिछले साल जो क्वेश्चंस आए थे ना मेंस 365 से क्वेश्चन कवर्ड थे, उसमें जितने भी साइंस एंड टेक के क्वेश्चंस आए थे, और जो बाउंसर्स होते हैं ना वो बाउंसर्स होते हैं, मतलब उनको आप टैकल नहीं कर सकते हो. सो इंस्टेड ऑफ फोकसिंग ऑन साइंस एंड टेक के दो क्वेश्चंस आएंगे, एक 15 नंबर का आएगा, एक 10 नंबर का आएगा. ठीक है. अब ऐसा होगा कि पिछले साल जैसे जो
टेलीस्कोप का क्वेश्चन था, जेम्स वेब टेलीस्कोप एंड अनदर वाज द
टेलीस्कोप वाला क्वेश्चन जो था मेंस 365 में कवर्ड था.
या
ठीक है. पर अगर तुम बायोटेक्नोलॉजी की बात, एक बायोटेक्नोलॉजी के ऊपर क्वेश्चन था और एक और क्वेश्चन था, तो वो एकदम बाउंसर्स थे लोगों के लिए. सो वो
तो
सब
क्वेश्चन मेरे को मतलब देख के मतलब समझ ही नहीं आया. लाइक डिग्रेडेशन इन नेचर का क्वेश्चन पूछा था, सेल्यूलोज डिग्रेडेशन.
सबके लिए बाउंसर्स थे, एक्सेप्ट जिसने बायोटेक्नोलॉजी पढ़ रखी हो, जिसके स्पेसिफिकली जिसने वो कर रखा हो उस फील्ड के अंदर, सबके लिए बाउंसर था वो. पर जो कीवर्ड्स मेंशन्ड है ना, आपको दो चीजें करनी है. ठीक है. आप रेगुलर न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ो, उसमें जो भी टॉपिक्स आते हैं वो पढ़ो. सेकंड चीज है कि जो आपका सिलेबस के अंदर कीवर्ड्स मेंशन्ड है ना, क्योंकि ऐसा भी नहीं होता कि प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन से रिपीट होते हो साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी, क्योंकि बहुत इवॉल्विंग सब्जेक्ट है ना. तो जो टॉपिक्स है ना अपने सिलेबस के अंदर, उसके अंदर हमें वन पेजर बना लेना है. बायोटेक्नोलॉजी बीट, एआई बीट, एनीथिंग एक पेजर बना लेना है, और मेंस 365 से जितना भी कवर हो रहा है उतना कर लेना. उसके बाद फिर भगवान भरोसे छोड़ देना है साइंस एंड टेक. मतलब इट इज लाइक बाउंसर क्वेश्चंस. जैसे ब्लू एलईडी के ऊपर क्वेश्चन आया था 2021 के अंदर, नोबडी न्यू दैट. ये बाउंसर्स क्वेश्चन है और इसमें हम लोग कुछ भी लिख के आते हैं. मैं ये लिख के आया था कि शादी के अंदर एलईडी लगाते हैं, ब्लू एलईडी, बट उसका बहुत स्पेसिफिक पर्पस था. और मेरे जैसे बहुत सारे लोग जो जिनको पता ही नहीं था ब्लू एलईडी क्या होती है, हमने आके पढ़ा था ब्लू एलईडी क्या होती है, एंड दैट वाज अ टॉपिक फ्रॉम 2014. सो यू नेवर नो. सो जस्ट इग्नोर दीज थिंग्स. जो प्रिडिक्टेबिलिटी है ना, उनके ऊपर फोकस करो, क्योंकि वहां तुम मार्क्स ला सकते हो. एग्रीकल्चर, एमएसपी वगैरह ये जो है ना, ये चीज प्रिडिक्टेबल है. क्वेश्चन है सप्लाई चेन मैनेजमेंट के ऊपर क्वेश्चन आएगा, वो प्रिडिक्टेबल है. उसके आंसर को इतना अच्छा लिखो कि वहां के मार्क्स तुम्हें मैटर नहीं करे. वो तुम्हें लिखना है क्योंकि तुम्हें आधा नंबर मिलेगा. मैं कितना भी बेकार लिख के आऊं, मेरे को आधा नंबर मिलेगा, इसलिए मैं क्वेश्चन नहीं छोड़ूंगा. ठीक है. आधा एक नंबर जो भी मिलेगा वो देगा जो एग्जामिनर की इच्छा होगी. पर बाउंसर्स के लिए टेंशन मत लो, वो सबके लिए बाउंसर्स होते हैं एक्सेप्ट जिन्होंने वो कर रखा. और जो टेलीस्कोप वाला क्वेश्चन था ना, वो बहुत ज्यादा न्यूज में था उस साल. सो मतलब वो पढ़ के जाना था, मतलब ऐसा था.
Okay, sir, when to give 3 FLTs you told after daily answer writing for 2 weeks. Certainly, when you cover the syllabus, say when I say 3 set of FLTs, I meant first set of FLT you can give after certain number of breaks. Okay, since you have covered ethics paper, you can go for the ethics paper. Since you have covered 40% of your this paper, suppose GS1, you can go for the GS1. You covered 30% of GS2, you go for it. By the time this way you complete one cycle. I generally prefer to give your last 2 FLTs first 1 month before, or say just before your mains examination. Okay, 20 days before mains examination, last FLT. Okay, क्योंकि वो कहते हैं 15 दिन हमको चेक करने में भी लगेगा, every institute says so. ठीक है. Then just 10 days before means जो लास्ट का 1 month 1.5 months है ना, I suggest to appear for the FLTs in those days because उससे पहले नहीं हो पाता. That's why FLTs are generally in the last. Okay, since I guess now questions are over as well, discussion as well. So this is how it is. No more questions from your side? Okay, fine. So yeah, so from in the last, what I would like to say, whosoever it is, whatever your academic doubts are there, sources, resources, whatever it is, till next 10 days we are with you. Okay, we just want you to maximize your efforts, and just to be said that things that we can meet over the Zoom calls on like interval of 2-3 days. Every 2-3 days we can meet again and again, like we can meet 2-3 times in the span of next 2 days. Sometimes I will be here, sometimes Ashish will be here, so we'll be able to help you guys over there. Okay, so that's it all from my side. If any questions regarding what is mentorship or whatever it is, just let us know so that I can take care it of. Else, done with the day. Fine, so no questions. Okay then, chalo then. Good night to all of you. Hopefully you all will write mains. Thank you, Ashish sir, for coming on a short
Thank you.
notice.
Thank you so much.
Okay, bye bye everyone.